corporate code in California states that once you have a form that is specified in your bylaws, that's the form. When did Dunn get the ability to break the law? We're supposed to have 11 people that have a form. You know, right now, basically what it comes down to, we have 8 people that are going along with the system. And they're going to go ahead and vote what should be 21 people tonight. And it should have been 21 people before this meeting to be able to have a meeting here. Thank you.
Moving on to item 3, is the approval of the minutes. Raymond is not here. Raymond did not send me the minutes. Did he send them to you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just real quick, I just want to say I second what Mr. Pacheco said and what Mr. Manzano said. Okay.
I'm sorry, you wanted to?
I add my name to the comments.
Okay.
Mr. Pacheco,
Same as?
Mr. Manzano, regarding Mr. Ayala's concern with regards to proper notice of this meeting.
Mr. Johnson?
They did all the comments, Mr. Ayala, Mr. Manzano, Mr. Pacheco, Mr. McGuire. There has been a gray area ever since this board has been put on its opposite efforts. You would think that it's either or, not in between. And when we start getting in between, that's where we get controversy. So what we should be operating on, the rules are in your bylaws, okay? And granted, those bylaws were given to us by the department, so I would think those bylaws should supersede everything. But also too, when this board's on its opposite effort, those bylaws take on a more of a prominence, because in order to grow as a board, you have to grow with your bylaws being your teaching tool. And the fact that you disregard your bylaws and look for the gray area instead of literally taking their interpretation as is, then you're going to have the comments you just had here. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we're moving on to item 3. Again, I didn't get anything from Raymond tonight. I'm not sure whether or not he's going to come tonight. I apologize for that. And this problem is probably going to be taken care of at the next meeting. We're going to have to table this item.
So I motion to table the minutes for, is it this month's meeting?
Yeah, for both. Item 4 is the treasurer's report, and this will be for the monthly expenditure report for October 2014, given by Michelle, our treasurer.
We have wet payments for the month of October, $250. The Alstrino Senior Center is getting paid for August 13th, August 18th, and September 3rd, because they did not send it to them. Because they did not get it in appropriately. So that's a total of $300 that will be sent to them. And public storage, 130, is a total of $680 for the month of October.
680?
Correct.
Is anybody? Someone ready to
Nope, I don't have the printer, sorry.
I see any public comment parts, so I wrote on a piece of paper, is that okay?
That's fine, that's fine. No, we will,
No?
will you print this?
It needs to be transferred to the next one.
Does anybody have questions on the report? Did you hear what she said?
Legal down.
You'd like to see it?
Well, I think everyone likes to see it.
Yeah, or just a poll, because the back one is our signatures. Well, she still hasn't signed it, it's session under.
Sasha will do this. Does anybody like to make a copy?
I would like to make a comment.
We're not taking comments right now.
This is an agenda item, so you have to take a public comment on it.
Yeah, after we're done though with what we're doing, then I will take your comments. Did you want a copy of the monthly report?
I will reserve my remarks for my comment.
What's our overall breakdown after the other rates?
I don't know, subtract every monthly report that we have, which would balance it today. You are right, and I don't have it.
Will you bring it this month?
Yeah, I had it last month, but I didn't have it this month. The month that I don't have it, Angela asked me.
Wait, you'll be sure to bring it.
Yes, I will. I'll put it on an email to you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take public comment. If there's none, public comment. Go ahead, Mr. Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, California Brown Act, the Brown Act, State of California, any other public meeting you go to, these type of records that they are reviewing would have been given to you as you walked in the door. They would have been made public. By law, they are to be made public. These types of documents are public records. They should, in the past, our board has done the due diligence to make sure those documentations were provided with the agenda packets. Okay. Now this evening, I just heard a comment from the treasurer here saying why, when she had a comment made by a fellow board member asking about the balance, it was, I'm not going to put words in my mouth, but it should be the responsibility of the treasurer to have a report each meeting for the public consumption on the account balance of this neighborhood council. But further, this neighborhood council is still on its offset efforts. So thus, it shouldn't be that hard to come up with expenditure reports, considering that under his offset efforts, unless there's a gray area or a policy that I'm missing from the department, that the only expenditure should be for operating expenses, public storage. Thus, I look on his agenda, and there's going to be some other items that deal with fiscal issues. And again, the background on those are not taking place in a public setting, thus opening up this body for possible Brown Act violations. And for everybody's information, to close my comments, I had talked to the Public Integrity, the District Attorney's Office of Public Integrity. They do handle Brown Act violation reports from neighborhood councils. And if this body wants to continue going forward, touch on fiscal issues and not provide that information, then it would behoove people, stakeholders, to make those comments and direct them to the District Attorney's Office of Public Integrity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to clarify that, yeah, the only money that has been spent is non-operational. This money is all contingent on when exhaustive efforts are needed. Just a point of clarification. And are we ready?
In the past, when we were doing the budget and finance, Doug had always required us to give us interpretive percentages of what we had. And it just seemed like it was in their account. And this is why I questioned it, because you can always use the $50 from your kids under $50 for the budget you want to spend, and it's really hard, but it doesn't happen. So, I think we should postpone it. I think members of the community have a right to see what's on the expenditure reports.
Please speak up.
Sure. Members of the community have a right to see what's on the expenditure report, and if it's not provided or made public, it just doesn't feel like we're open and transparent. So I request that we postpone any expenditure until we have further details of exactly how much we have left, what are the balances, and look at the receipts.
Why aren't these posted on the web? There's no place for them? Are they posted?
No. Here you go, you want the receipts?
Yes.
Calculate
You know, I'm
yourself.
sorry.
Are they posted?
You can calculate it yourself, it's there.
Why
I'm
are
sorry, it slipped off my finger.
I'm sorry. Why aren't they posted?
Exactly. Why aren't they?
They're there, they're signed, everything. They're there, their copies are right there. All right there, I'll scan them and I'll post them.
Yeah, that's
They're right there,
posted.
Emma.
But people here didn't get a chance to.
No, I understand what you're saying about tonight, that's fine. I'm just trying to get them, like, all of the past ones up.
It's
For
right
now,
there,
it's not.
every month is there, and every month is signed and stamped by them.
Why don't you show me where, because I don't know your whole line. You're exactly.
One month, would you like to know?
Well, what's it got?
What month would you like to know? Look for the month, it's there.
Okay,
It's
please.
after what?
Please.
Well, the ones, they're white tabs. It's in your hands, it's all of us, it's not just mine, it's all of our accountability, not just mine. All of us.
Hey, and you know,
So go ahead and check each month, it's there.
Michelle and Angela, and I'm gonna ask you guys to please talk amongst each other, and if you have something to say, you can direct it at me. I'm trying to make sure that we get all the past ones up, which we've already said, you'll scan and post them. Capricia, she's gonna go ahead and post those first, and from here on out, you'll get them to Capricia after they're approved and signed off, and Capricia will post them.
I apologize to the stakeholders. All of this is foreign language to all of you. You have no reason to understand any of this. Both of the people have a legitimate comment. As you know, you have your life and everything. We volunteer. We don't get paid. We also have our lives, just like you folks do. And this is all extra work. Maybe the treasurer had something special happen to her that she's not in a position to divulge to you or to us. She has to keep it within herself. Maybe that's right. But if some of you, the stakeholders, have been here quite often, you've seen that the treasurer, and I'm not trying to stick over her, but you've seen that the treasurer has provided everything that's done, has required her to do, and some. So if she has something happen to her life, personal and private, that kept her from doing that, I think we ought to cut her some slack. Because in the past administrations we had, we never had complaints like this. And some of these people that are stakeholders now that were board members, when they were sitting here, they were now behaving like they're behaving now, like the guy you just saw right now talking. He was sitting here at the end, boy, you should have seen what went on. But now that he's a stakeholder, he's really trying to cut our throat. He's not the only one that's sitting out there in the audience. I cannot point names or persons. I have to direct this to the president here, and I'm making it even when I'm looking at you, I'm directing all of this to the president. Okay, and that's why I stood up. Okay, because I don't want to mess up her ear. Okay, but I think we ought to cut this treasure some slack. The lady at the end, I can't remember her name, even though I've known her for years. She has a legitimate reason to say what she said, and so does this gentleman at this end. But we need to work at each other and cut each other some slack. And this isn't the place for all of this. This could have been handled prior today because it's been known that she's been very concerned about our work for some time in the past. This isn't the first time, and very legitimate. So you should get together with her and make you guys some time so you can sit over. And the same thing with you. You stakeholders have the right to see those things. Get a hold of her, and she'll be glad with your time and her time, we'll get it solved.
Okay, every month, when we come to these meetings, I'm going to state it very clearly that book is here for the stakeholders. You guys are welcome to look at it, take pictures of it, scan it on the scanner. You're welcome to do that. I don't have a printer, scanner, so I cannot scan the monthly report to put it on the website. I can't do that. So if I had a scanner, I would do it. But I have turned them into done every month, and there's a copy there every month, and receipts attached with everything every month. So there's transparency, yes, it's there. Why couldn't I give you the monthly report? Because I don't have time to do the math, because you can do it there, calculate it yourself. I don't have access to the bank statements. I don't have access to the checking book. I don't have access to the credit card, because we are an exhausted effort. Until we get off, I will have access to the bank statements, to the checking book, and to the credit card. So that's why I cannot tell you this is what it is. So if you want to know what the balance is, you can go to each month, subtract 37 minus July, August, September, October, and it'll be down to 31,853 is what the balance is as of right now.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
I want to have done something, finish with that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pertaining to the same subject. I want to ask them, what she said, she doesn't have that machine. Can we buy that out of, even though we can't buy nothing else, can we buy that for that particular person?
Well, I was gonna say something about that. I mean, the fact that I don't know the entire board had office space, and it's my understanding that it got taken away from you. So we don't have an office space. I went home today from work. I'm not gonna print at work. I went home and my printer's got a leak. I don't have time to rent an office people, and really that's my expense. And on top of everything else, as far as time and everything else that we give, I don't think it's fair that's expected of us. Though the concern is legitimate, I understand it, and we're gonna get it fixed.
Just to clarify something, the Brown Act requires only one copy to be made available at the table. Just put do not touch so that any stakeholder can go see it. If you'd like to further.
And that's exactly why I want to tell her to print it.
That would be perfect. They can do what Angela's doing. Taking copies of it, Right, so that's all that is required, just to clarify to everyone. One copy on the table, everyone to see. The other thing is, it was recommended that you do follow up and just post everything on the website,
We'll do that.
so that folks who have access to internet can look it up on the website, okay?
We will do that, and you do see that, that's why we brought the printer. That's why the printer goes with us, I mean, that's a hardship as well, we're going to be dragging the printer around in the car. I don't have a printer. Nothing's dragging it.
Question, do you want to get copies of all the records concerning the treasurer's records? Do you have to make a public records request that you get a copy of it? 'Cause I know you're talking about looking at the records. but
You want us to make a copy?
Physically want a copy of the records.
The records are all right here.
At any of our meetings, or you can email us and we can give it to you.
If you're looking for a
Or
specific
to the
one.
budget and finance, or
So,
general board.
so what you would be doing, what you're doing would be a public record, even if you don't put it in writing and know that there will be a charge depending on, you would submit it to the neighborhood council.
Now, the charge would be on whose rates? Your rates or their rates?
We don't have
We
room.
don't, no, it's the city, it's the, I believe it's $1 for the first page, 10 cents for each additional page. They
Excuse
don't
me,
know.
is that, I have to take the documentation here is public. There should be no charge. You should